Hey, you guys. Hope you're having a good day. So sorry this is a day late. I tried recording it yesterday and the lighting just was not working with me. So we're doing it now. So this is the look that we created with the new Milani Bloom collection. We're going to be trying the palette, the setting mist, the lipstick, the new anti-gravity mascara, and of course these gorgeous lashes. If you're wondering if it's worth going out and grabbing before it sells out, keep on watching. I definitely have tons of thoughts and you're going to see a lot of everything getting done. So if you want to see how these work, then keep on watching. All right, you guys, so we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to get started. I already did a full face pretty much except the products that we're going to be using with the new Milani collection. So my face is already done. The base is completely all set. I did use their Luminoso blush. I love that blush. It gives such a beautiful glow without using any extra highlight. I did add a little highlight because I can't go without highlight, but super excited. So we're going to play with the palette first, and then we're going to throw on some lashes, setting spray, lipstick, and mascara, of course. So I already did one eye a little bit. I tried to start it and see where I wanted to go because I did record a first impressions. I started recording one yesterday, and I did a different eye look on one of my eyes with this palette, and I didn't like where it was going. So since the lighting kept messing up from yesterday, I said, let's recharge and do it today. So I did a little bit different of a look. And this is what it's looking like so far. It's not done yet. I didn't want to do the glitter without you guys, but look at how pretty this palette is. It is so beautiful. Look at that glitter, like so pretty. And I have a lot of these Milani palettes. Like they have Gilded Terra, Gilded Midnight, I think it is, like a blue palette, a red palette. So beautiful. I love those palettes so much. So this is the first time I'll be using this one with you guys. I did use it, like I said, yesterday to try, but let's get going. So I did use the e.l.f. lid primer, of course, and just set it with some setting powder. And then I added just a teensy bit of Fresh as a Daisy. It's like a little cream shade right here. And then I just set it just to brighten up the area. And we're going to start with this peachy shade right here. It's called Best Bud, as you can see. Now, I am going to tell you my thoughts since I have been working with this palette yesterday and today. I am going to tell you a few things. They are a little powdery. All Milani palettes have fallout, and this one has more than usual, what I have seen. It's a little powdery, but it blends really nicely, and the colors are pretty much there for all of them. I'm not going to tell you which ones are and aren't yet. Just follow along with me. I promise I'll tell you. And I'll tell you my thoughts as we go along as well. So we're going to get going with this pretty peach shade. We're going to put that in the crease and a little bit above it. If you have hooded eyes, I like to make the illusion of a larger crease so I have more room to play with on my eyes. And I'm just going to start putting that on. And I learned that a dense blending brush, a pretty dense one, is better for this because these are like pastel shades. And I think, is this Milani's like first pastel palette? I think it is. And I'm going to show you in real time as these colors go on, like very pretty. It's very light. You have to build them. And I don't know if you guys can see in the palette. Probably not. This shade's not that bad. This pink shade is very, very powdery, and it does have a lot of fallout. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm always going to be honest with you. So I'm just going to keep building this peach shade up. It's a very pretty peach shade, as you can see. And it is there, but it's not as strong as like their other palettes. I'm going to be honest. Not this shade anyway. This shade is not as strong as some of like their other palettes. It is there. As you can see, you can build it up. It blends out. It's very pretty. Okay, look at how pretty that peach shade is. I love that. The only other thing is, like, if I swatch it, I'm going to swatch for you guys. That's what it comes up as. If you're super dark skin tone, I don't know if this is going to show up on you because it is a very light buildable color. But look how pretty that is. It's very pretty. They are powdery, but they're blendable. They're not like super creamy like some other shadows are, but they're really easy to blend and work with. So I like that about them. Let's move on to our other shades. So what I did was I put the light pink here and then a darker pinky purple here and then the yellow in the inner corner. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm just going to grab, I'm trying to use the same brushes as I used the other eye. This is just a Luna Magic brush, and I'm going to go in with my Pretty Peony, which is this shade right here. Now this shade is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but this is the one with the worst fallout so far. Like, I don't know, we'll see. You guys can see it. Like I'm barely tapping and it's pretty, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, pretty disastrous. Like look at that. So be careful, bang off your brush, but this color is such a pretty pastel pink. And you do have to build it up as well, but I think it's really pretty. Like, look at that. It doesn't take too much effort. It's just a little bit of building up. The only concern that I have for that color is I've only used this palette twice and only one eye a piece. And I've already made a pretty good dent into that shade. So that's the one thing I worry about, that shade's not going to last me very long. So I just want to let you know all the information about this palette. Not every shade is the same in pigment. Not every shade is the same with fallout. So then I'm going to go in just with a e.l.f. Blending brush. Yeah, blending eye brush. And I'm just going to take a little bit more of that color. I'm going to start buffing it out a little bit. I'm going to start bringing that a little bit in my crease, my natural crease. Okay, so now that we got that part, it's time. This is going to be a very simple look because I wanted to see how each color performed on their own, and then we can always do a much more in-depth look at this. But for today, it's just a nice, light, breezy, welcome to spring look. So that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to take this brush right here. Let me grab it. This is, I don't even know what this is. This came in like a box, Glammier brush. And this color is so stinking pretty. It's the darker shade right here. I love this color. And there's what she looks like. Very pretty. And I'm just going to start putting that right in my outer corner. Now, if you're having trouble, if you have small lid space, what you can do is you can go in with a much smaller, like, pencil brush. I like to do that as well for more precision. Sometimes you have to use smaller brushes when you have smaller lid space, and that's okay, because that way you have more control over the shadows and where they're placed. And I am going to bring this up, and I will blend it out, of course, but I'm just making the shape that I want. And then I'm grabbing this e.l.f. blending brush again, and I'm tapping into that color very lightly, and now I'm going to start blending it out with this brush. This brush is really, really good if you have a small lid space, or if you are beginner at like blending. This really is really nice. It's affordable. It's just easy to buff out edges with, and just very easy and simple with it. What I like to do is I like to take a different eye crease brush from e.l.f., tap into that color, and then I like to just bring it back to life a little bit. I'm going to go back with this brush right here and take some of that peach color again. I'm going to go right around the edge of where I put that shadow of the orchid color and just start buffering that out and kind of doing that gradient like I did on this side. So that's all I'm doing, is just literally doing little circular motions all around the edge, just to bring a little bit of that peach rim back and to buff out that orchid color a little bit more. Before I go in with the glitter, I'm going to put that yellow down. Now, this is probably so far the hardest color to work with in this palette. It is so pretty in the pan. It is so beautiful, but it's very hard to work with for me, and I'm going to show you. So let me just grab a brush. I'm going to swatch it. So beautiful, right? Look at that. It is very, as you can see, very powdery in a way. What happens is this one kind of fades away as well. The more you pack it on or blend it out, it kind of like disappears. So what I did was I kind of like brought it a little bit on the upper lash line and kind of like packed it on with the side of my brush. Just like that. Just to get a little bit of that yellow. Otherwise, I wish it stayed on and didn't like blend away, because this one is probably the hardest one and doesn't stay as long. So if you want to know about that yellow, that is about that, unfortunately. Because I even worked with this yellow yesterday and the same thing happened. It would go on looking really pretty, but when I went to go blend it out or anything, it would just kind of fade away to nothing, unfortunately. So I'm going to try to show you if it kind of blend it out a little bit. See how it lightens a lot? Next, let's get some glitter on. I waited for this time. I waited. So we have all these beautiful glitters. We have this light Busy Bee gold color. We have this pretty like rose gold shade right here. We have this bronzy gold right here. Pink, purple, and like a deep, rich gold. So what I was thinking about That Botanist shade is really catching my eye right here. This one right here is so pretty. Let's swatch it. I waited for you guys. I waited. But see, as you can see, I'm blending. And see how they're those two shades, the peach and the yellow, are kind of like blending away. That's the only problem I'm having with this. With the other palettes, I don't have that issue. This is the first time I've had that issue with a Milani palette. Usually, they don't. They have the super pigment. They blend very nicely, and they don't fade. But those two colors, but it is a pastel palette, so I know they're hard to formulate. And since it's not super expensive like other brands, I'm really not super angry about it. I just wish it worked better. But that is my thoughts on that. Let's do the Botanist shade. That shade is so pretty. Oh, I was going to do a swatch for you guys, wasn't I? Their shimmer shades, look at that. And I barely put any pressure. Milani shimmer shades are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's try it without. Let's see. You have cats, you understand. Let's see what happens without. Yeah, see, I'm probably going to have to either use my finger, because when you put your finger in these shadows, they're very soft, very soft. It's just I have these daggers on, so. Ooh. Look how pretty that color is, though. That is pretty. So now we got our glitter on. I think it's really pretty. I did have to end up wetting the brush just because my nails are so long I couldn't get into my inner corner. But the one thing, and this happens to all my shadows, when I do that, it kind of like gets them looking like that instead of this. That's one reason I don't like doing it. But it does help get into those areas if you have long nails like I do. But look how beautiful that came out. That is such a beautiful shade. I am going to add a smidge, just the tiniest amount of this In Full Bloom pink shade just to the middle right here, just as an extra dimension. They're so soft and pretty. Look how beautiful it is. Literally the smallest amount, just to give a little dimension in the center of the eye and catch that eye. See how you can see it when I turn? Perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to do the lower lash line. I'm just going to take the pencil brush, use the shade Orchid, that really pretty deep shade that we used in the outer corner. And I'm going to just take it and I'm going to go right in the lower lash line and connect it to the top. Look at that color, isn't it beautiful? Okay, we got our lower lash line done. I really like that. I think it came out super pretty. And I'm just going to deepen up right here a little bit with that Orchid color, just since I added the glitter. So I'm taking the same pencil brush. I kind of like to use the same brushes. And literally just go around just to deepen it up and give a little bit more of a shape that I wanted. Buffing out the edges as I go. But see how that makes a little bit of a difference? Just looks really, really nice. It adds a little bit more shape to the eye, which I like. Alright, you guys, so this is the eye look that we created with this. So my thoughts on this. I really love the color story. I think it is a beautiful color story to have in a palette. Perfect for springtime, perfect for Easter, all that fun stuff coming up. The only thing is the yellow is very hard to work with. It doesn't stay, it fades away very quickly. This purple is beautiful. I love this purple. I used this in a look yesterday when I was recording for the first time, and it is stunning. It blends so well, and the pigment is beautiful. The shimmers, they feel like the same shimmers as in the other palettes. They work really, really well, as you can see. It's not chunky glitter. It's a nice sheer sheen of glitter, which is really pretty. And the mattes are really nice. The pink has a lot of fallout for some reason, more than the others. I don't know if you guys can tell how much of that pink I've used. I've only used 2 looks and only 1 eye a piece, or 1 eye, now 2 eyes today. And all the other ones are still pretty much in contact, but this one is more dipped into. So that's something to think about. But these other shades are really pretty. The peach shade, as you saw, I had to build it back up again, but it's such a beautiful peach shade. Let's just swatch this brown shade since we're here. Ooh, that is rich. Wow. Let's do the light brown. Oh, it's like a golden brown, as you can see. Ooh. See, the mattes are very pretty. The non-pastels are very pretty. As you can see, they have tons of pigment to them. It's just the pastel shades are having a little hard of a time. They have a lot of fallout. But Do I think the palette is worth it for the money? Yes, I think it's beautiful. Do I say run out and get it? If you're new to Milani, go check out their other ones first. I mean, if you like this color story, absolutely go for it. But if you're looking to try them for the first time to see how you like them, definitely go with one of their other palettes first and then give this a try. Because this one's a little bit harder to work with than the others. It's still very beautiful. As you can see, you can make beautiful looks with it. But it's a little more work to blend, to build up some of the colors. So that is my thoughts on this palette so far. So let's move on to mascara. So we're going to be using the new Milani Highly Rated Anti-Gravity Mascara. I love the packaging. Isn't it beautiful? So beautiful. So this is supposed to give lashes that defy gravity, long wear, smudge-proof, clump-proof, 93% saw extreme volume and instant lift. It's in intense black and up to 24-hour wear. So let's dig into this. I'm ready. I love trying on mascaras. It's so fun. So fun. And I've heard pretty good things about this. Pretty darn good things. So I'm excited to be trying it with you guys. If I can get it out of the package, that is. That's what she looks like. Beautiful. Let's see what the wand looks like. Because I am going to try those lashes, but I always put mascara on. I don't curl my lashes, so just wiping off some of the excess. Ooh, interesting. I don't know if you guys can see. Ooh, interesting. This might comb through the lashes really, really nicely. I'm just going to use my Kara Moon mirror. Let's get into it. I want to make sure you guys can see. Interesting. I don't know if you guys, let me get closer. Ooh, now that was the first dip and the first coat for me. And as you can see, there is definitely pigment on there. This wand is really nice to use, actually. I like it. It's very easy to use. Let me just keep going with it. There we go. There's the difference. You see? So it did take a couple coats, but that is a really nice difference, this to this. I really like that. I'm going to do the other eye, and then let's get into some lashes, and I'll tell you my thoughts after I get the next eye done. All right, you guys, so I just finished it up, and I did the lower lash line as well. So my thoughts on this: at first, the wand I thought was really easy. It comes right through the lashes really, really nicely because it has all these tiny spikes. Now, when you do pull it out of the tube, I've noticed, you can see there's a glob of it on the tip. So do make sure that you wipe it off, or it's going to do what it did to me and get everywhere. So make sure you wipe off that tip, and otherwise you're going to get everywhere. But I like how it does come through the lashes. It really, truly does. But you have to kind of work with it. You do have to kind of swiggle it around. Make sure your lashes don't clump, because they do get a good amount of thickness at the root, because that's what helps give you that volume. But you don't want the lashes to be clumped together in little stick figure motions, you know? So far, it is pretty good. It's not my favorite yet, but you can see a definite difference. There is volume, there's curl. There's not as much length as I can get with other mascaras, but it is there still. And it's very intense black, which I really like. So far, so good. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated. We'll use this, of course, many more times, because I want to see if the formula, when it dries a little bit, if it's any different. So far, not bad. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, next, what we're going to do is we're going to do some lipstick. I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll do lashes last. So we're going to go in with some lipstick. Okay, so for lipstick, they had different shades. There is more than this shade, but they were all out. So when I do find them, I will definitely do a swatch of all of them on my Instagram. But I did grab this one. This one is the shade Petal. It is so pretty. Look at that color. That is stunning. Let me just do a little swatchy for you. Isn't that pretty? Now, I don't have an exact lip liner for this, so we're just going to use Milani's Desert Rose Understatement lip liner, because this was like the closest thing. I need to get more lip liners. I don't have a lot of lip products, you guys. I go for more palettes, complexion, blush, stuff like that, but we're going to get this lip liner on and try out that lipstick. I just removed all my lip balm. Okay, so I just filled in my lips with a lip liner. I like to do that with some lipsticks because if it starts fading while you eat, if it's a more creamy formula, that way you have the lip liner underneath and it doesn't fade away super fast. But if you have never, excuse me, if you have never tried Milani lip liners, you guys, you need to. These are absolutely incredible. I love them. They are so creamy. They are retractable and they just glide on the lips so beautifully. So, and they're affordable. They're at Walmart. Amazing. Love them. I have so many different colors. I have to get more. But let's dive into the lipstick. I'm so excited. Their packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. So let's see how it goes. Ooh. All right, so this is the new lipstick. That lip liner worked perfectly with this, you guys. So if you're getting the Petal lipstick, definitely go in with that Milani lip liner that I just used, and I just put it away because I didn't think it was going to match that well, but it did. Worked amazing. Like Desert Rose, it was Desert Rose. They worked beautifully. Look at that. I'm in love with this shade. It works perfectly with this palette. Absolutely beautiful. I definitely need to find the other shades, and I will definitely let you know in my stories when I find them and do a swatch test because these are so comfortable. They're so pigmented. They smell so good. Like a sweet cupcake batter. Yes. Love it. And their packaging is beautiful and they're affordable. So if you're looking for a good lipstick, it is not going to be transfer proof. As you can see, it does transfer, but if you want a really pretty lipstick that is comfortable, if you have dry lips, this is definitely a go-to. So we've come to our final two products, you guys, which are lashes and setting mist. So I'm going to do the setting mist first, lashes last. This is their new Floral Scented Setting Spray. Now, this is supposed to have the same formula as their other ones, their other Make It Last formulas. It just has a floral scent to it. So we're going to see. I love their Make It Last original formula. It is absolutely incredible. So we're going to try this. Look how beautiful their collection packaging is. It is so stinking amazing. And this is a 3-in-1. I didn't know this, and I would have used it as a primer water, but I didn't know that it was. So now I know that these are 3-in-1s. It's a primer, a corrector, and a setter. So that's really nice. So like a refresher and a setter. So this is the pump on it. Let's see. Ooh, that looks really nice and fine. Let's give it a go. I'm going to turn sideways. That mist feels incredible. It is not super punch in your face. It feels really refreshing. Ooh, my skin feels like it had a drink of water. It feels amazing right now, and it's not moving my makeup at all. And the scent is so light and airy. It smells so good. Like it's like a floral, but a little bit fruity, like a sweet pea kind of scent. I'm in love with this right now. I'm loving this, but the wear test is what counts. So I'm going to use this tomorrow when I do my makeup tomorrow, wear it all day, and we're going to see if it's just as good as the other one. So stay tuned. I will definitely, what I want to do is a full face of just Milani brand makeup. And it might not be including this. It's going to be including other stuff. So we'll have to try this as well and throw that in the mix and see how it goes. So now we've come to the part, look, it dried so quickly and left my face so glowy, like beautiful. I'm so loving it. We've come to our last product, you guys. The beautiful Flora Vegan Eyelashes. Look at that beautiful cat eye effect. That is so gorgeous. These are, says their bold lashes are in bloom with the captivating pair of faux lashes. 100% vegan and cruelty-free, ultra lightweight, easy application, and gentle removal. Let's get these bad boys out. I have been dying to get into these. I probably won't be able to open these with my darn nails. Oh, there we go. But these looked gorgeous. They didn't have any other styles. I only saw this one there. But if I do notice any other ones, I will definitely see them and grab them. But let's see. Look at how pretty those look. I'm so excited. Now these look very, very fragile. So I'm just going to grab my tweezers and be very gentle getting these out. Well, that was actually really easy to get out. This is what the band looks like. Very thin band. All right, so let me put on a little bit of liner. I'm just gonna put the I'm not gonna do a wing or anything. I'm gonna put a little bit of liner and then we will get these lashes on. All right, so I did put one on after I did the liner, and it's such a pretty lash. The only thing I noticed with this lash is it's a little too short, so I should have like positioned it a little bit better. So I'm gonna definitely have a little bit of a learning curve with these, but they were very flexible, very easy to apply. The lashes have a beautiful length to them. It's not, it feels like it's hitting my skin up here, but that's okay. I definitely have to finagle them a little bit. I'm not used to cat eyelashes, but they're so pretty. They're very easy to apply. The band is very easy to maneuver around to your eye shape, but I only have to figure it out because, like I said, it's a little short. Usually they go out a little bit fluffier. But I'm going to put the other one on, and we'll give our final thoughts. And I'll be right back. Alright, so I put the other one on, and what I did was I put this one a little bit closer to my outer corner instead of putting it so far in the inner corner. And I do like the length of it now because I have to realize it's not like a full lash, it's kind of like a cat eyelash. Oh, hold on, my inner corner is not having it. But this is what they look like. Aren't they pretty and wispy? And look at that. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve for me because they're not a full lash. They're kind of like you have to set them back a little bit so your natural lashes peek through in the beginning. But I really liked these, you guys. They were very easy to use. And I used for the first time, I ran out of my Kiss Lash Glue, which I'm so sad. I used this Ioni Lash Glue, and it did a really good job so far of sticking it on there. I'm impressed. But alright, you guys, so this is the look we created with the new Milani Bloom collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a final recap of the products that we used in case you wanted to know. The Gilded Flora palette, beautiful color story. I wish some of the pastels were a little bit more pigmented. Not really pigmented, more that they stayed put when you go to blend them. More like they don't blend out to nothing. I wish they stayed with their pigmentation as it was when you put it on there. But the shimmers are absolutely incredible. They give you this beautiful sheen of glitter, not chunks of glitter, and they feel buttery to the touch, which is amazing. And the mattes are highly, highly pigmented. So, very pretty palette. If you're new to Milani, go check out their other ones. I would definitely say start with those over this, but still a very pretty one to try. Next, setting spray. I really like this, you guys. The mister is really, really fine. The scent is so light and airy and like a sweet pea scent. I absolutely love it. It's not too much or too overpowering, which I can appreciate because some people don't like strong scents, and this is just a nice, refreshing smell. I love that. Next, the mascara. I kind of like this so far. I like how it builds. I like that it separates the lashes with the wand. I just feel like it's, the formula needs to settle down a little bit first before I'm going to actually love it. But it does give volume and curl, not as much length as other mascaras, but if you're going to wear lashes, it really doesn't matter. But so far, I like the intense pigment of this. The lipstick. Absolutely obsessed with this lipstick. It is beautiful. Goes with these collection so well. I am so in love with this. Love it. I will definitely try more of these. But I think that was it. Was that it for the products that we and the lashes? The lashes are really, really pretty. A little bit of a learning curve because you have to put them a little bit further back than usual. They're not like full lash. So if you have really big eyes, bigger than me, you might have little issues. But if you have eyes like mine, smaller or a little bit bigger, you should be fine. But they're so wispy and fluffy and beautiful. I love how they go and gradually go up. It's so stinking pretty. So if you want to go try the Milani Gilded Flora collection, I say go for it. They have really pretty things. The palette is pretty, like I said. Just remember, you're going to have to build them up. But such a beautiful collection, Milani. I cannot wait to see what you come up with next. But alright, you guys, I'm going to go to bed now. It's time for bed. I'll be back very soon with another collection review. I bet you guys know what that is. But if you really enjoy makeup tutorials, get ready with me's, reviews, unboxings, please think about joining our little friend circle here on YouTube. We would love to have you. And please like this video if you enjoyed this look. And have a good night, you guys. I will see you soon.